Hey, Lisa Filia here, your confidence coach for your career. Let's talk about the fraud complex. Who out there has ever felt a little bit like a fraud? Or some people talk about it as the imposter syndrome. And when we call it that, imposter syndrome, it feels so heavy. It feels so big and it feels like this thing that's hard for us to overcome. Like we have this disease or issue or big problem that we need to diagnose and fix in order for us to be able to move forward and be successful. So the key from this video is, what if there was nothing wrong with feeling like a fraud? What if you could just lean into feeling fraudulent and it didn't matter? What if it was just a part of the process, a part of growth, a part of learning? Because if you think about it, why do we feel like a fraud? Well, it's because we think we don't know what we're doing, or there must be some mistake. I have no idea how I got here. And if it really feels, or if you really think that you don't know what you're doing, then of course you would feel like a fraud, or like maybe you shouldn't be there. The reason you feel like that fraud is because of how you're thinking about yourself in that situation. It doesn't mean anything's wrong. It doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It doesn't mean that everything should be different than it is. All it means is that you are thinking things that are making you feel fraudulent. So take off the heavy labels. Take off this idea of that it's this big syndrome, this imposter syndrome that you have to overcome and overpower. Because it could just be that you're having a thought that makes you feel like a fraud, and that's that. What is so bad about feeling like a fraud? Well, for me, it feels incredibly uncomfortable. It's like this weird neurotic energy inside of me, and I go like this because it like feels like this weird shiftiness in my chest, like it's like this pat that's happening, and it's all over me, and I just feel a little unhinged almost, like ah. But that's all. It's that feeling. And if I can allow it to be okay to feel that way because I'm thinking something that isn't helpful, and I can just know that that's what happens and move on, it allows me to move forward. It doesn't make me have to be somebody that needs to be fixed. It doesn't have to mean something terrible is wrong with me and I have to figure it out. It just means I'm having thoughts that are making me feel that way. And that's it. Because guess what? If you want to do big things with your life, there's going to be times when you feel like a fraud. Because doing big things requires that you put yourself out of your comfort zone, lean into big opportunities, and take big action. And what that means is there's going to be times when you think, I have no idea what I'm doing and I don't know how I got here. Like, what is happening? And you feel fraudulent. So just know that when you feel that way, instead of letting that mean, uh-oh, something must be wrong if I feel like a fraud, let it mean, wow, I'm having some thoughts and I must really be pushing myself for me to feel so uncomfortable. Let it just be an indicator that you have work to do on how you're thinking about yourself and that you're doing good because you're pushing forward. You're leaning into discomfort. Because some of us never push ourselves to the point of feeling like a fraud. We never take big enough risks to even get there. So if you're someone feeling that way, hey, in a way, that's a good thing because it means that you're willing to push yourself to the point where you actually let that feeling come up, as opposed to so many of us who just hide in the comfort of the security and the stability of whatever we're doing that we already feel good at. But when you feel completely comfortable and good and solid in something, that doesn't really leave you any room to grow. And I 100% believe we are on this earth to learn, to grow, and to expand. And we have to do that by leaning into discomfort, which means sometimes we feel like a fraud. So that is what I have for you in this video. Remember, there's nothing wrong with feeling like a fraud, and you can use this to help yourself continue to move forward, even if you're noticing feeling of fraudulence coming up for you. All right, that's what I have for you. My name is Lisa. I'm your career coach or your confidence coach for your career. And I'm a certified life coach with a master's in psychology. And I work with clients one on one, offering incredible coaching to help them get what they want out of their life and out of their career. So if you would like to sign up for a consultation where we dive into your brain, we talk about what's showing up for you, and we help you take your life to the next step, then let's do it. Just schedule the call. You can go to my website at www.lisaphilia.com/schedule. That's LISAPHILYAW.com/schedule. I will see you on the call. All right. Bye.